Oh yeah, I'll make sure it is.
Absolutely. Hi, guys. Good afternoon. Welcome to today. I am so glad you're here. You guys, I have somebody very special with me today, and we want to talk about something that isn't talked about enough. Or if it is, it's done in ways that isn't recognized always as appreciation, maybe. So today, Ramon and I are going to just talk about some things that maybe we are comfortable enough with today that we weren't yesterday to talk about when it comes to things we learned about appreciation and in the different ways that it comes in. And there's so many waves and emotions of how appreciation can come in and move us in our life. So I'm going to leave that there and I'm going to let the man that had the idea bring us in.
Yeah, you know, first of all, hello to everybody. Thank you for being here. And this is a very interesting topic because you know, a lot of times we don't realize how blessed we are in our lives. We all have issues, all of us. And if you don't have an issue, you do have an issue. Then we all have our different situations, but sometimes we focus on the negative things without realizing how much blessed we are in our lives. Sometimes even the smallest things make a big difference. I'm gonna share a story, and a few years ago, I was here home, and I was going up the stairs. I've always had this thing when I'm in a hurry. Instead of going step by step, I used to go two by two, not not like a normal person would do. So on one of those occasions, I was going up the stairs, and I felt like this rip on my knees, and it was like really painful. And I couldn't move. I couldn't bend my knee. I was in bed for 2 days, and it came from a previous injury because I used to jog every day many years ago in my 20s, and I think I did a misstep, and I sort of like stayed with something going on my knee. Well, the whole point was that I was in bed for 2 days, and after that, for months, I couldn't use my knee properly. I couldn't bend without feeling like this dry pain of bone against bone. And I didn't realize how something so, I don't know, mundane, if that's the right word, something it's so simple that it's been part of my life, like my knees, how I didn't appreciate it, you know.
Mm.
And
Mm.
it's something that we take for granted. A lot of things. We don't think about our elbow or our ear or
Not even.
I don't know, the door on our house, but we are surrounded by so many blessings. Just the fact of being alive, it's a blessing. Why? Because as long as
Wow.
you're alive, there is always hope, there's always opportunity, and it's just a blessing in itself. you
Mm.
know and and
Talking my
we
kind of language.
yeah, I mean, and we've all been through dark times in our lives, and I'll share a couple other stories, but we've all had our our dark nights, our difficult moments, but the heart and the soul mends, and that's an opportunity for us to learn and to be grateful that every day that we're here is a blessing. And
I can't. Wow. I got goosebumps everywhere.
I mean, it is true. And the whole idea came from the other night I dreamt of my mom. I have a very good relationship with my parents. I call my parents every day, especially my mom. I'm not a mama's boy. Let me let me just say that. But I call my mom on my way to work, when I come from work. She calls me to talk to me about stories, the news, etc. And the other night, I dreamt that my mom passed away. And I always tell my mom that I love her and how much she means to me. But in the dream, I sort of like realized I felt that I didn't tell her enough how much I loved her, how much I
Mhm.
appreciated her, how much I admired her, you know. And that is the same thing with
Y'all get your
people.
tissues.
So
I'm a mother of two boys, so well, men,
yeah,
but
yeah, and mother's love is something so big that we can't comprehend, you know. And I came. It's one of those situations in which you don't have to wait for a special occasion to tell someone that you love them.
no,
You
you
know,
don't.
our friends, our coworkers, our brothers, even people that we don't have a good relationship with. It's always important to let them know how much they mean to us.
Mm,
Someone very close to me, um, she got a call from her father, and she didn't pick up the phone that day, without realizing that that same day her father passed away, and she stayed with that for her whole life. It's something that she has to live with, and being able to every day try to mend. And the whole point is for us to, through divination, maybe pull some cards and talk about those little things that are not so little, that are big part of our lives.
that is. I wanted you to open for one reason, guys. When Ramon and I started talking a month ago about doing a show together, we we were kind of just like, well, what are we going to talk about? Well, what are you going to talk about? I don't know. And the other day when we checked in with each other, it was like he knew exactly what it needed to be. Like the universe said, this is it right here. And when he said it, I just started like floodgates just started opening up. I was like, that's exactly what needs to be there. I'm a reader, but I don't always read. I work in shadow as well. I help
Hmm.
people come through things that ultimately they may not have been able to come through on their own in a healthy way. Sometimes it doesn't happen that way. So when you said this and you gave that gorgeous dream about your mom, I instantly reached out to my boys for one. And for two, I sat back and I realized how jealous I am of anybody that can pick up a phone and call a parent or a grandparent when you don't have one. And you
Hmm.
think about all those times that you'd give anything for just one phone call, uh, one more
Even
Christmas card that you didn't count on. I don't want to turn this into a sob story, but you can't help but feel it if it's real. So, hello, everyone that's in chat. Thank you so much for being here. Moderators, please make sure that you get those links going. And we will do some reads, guys, but it will be in a while. We just want to talk and we want you guys to engage with us. If you feel like opening up, if you feel like talking, absolutely, you can put it in chats. You can reach out to us through our emails and we can just talk. This isn't this isn't a for me, this isn't a pay to play conversation. This is a conversation that's had with honesty because it can't be had, in my opinion, in any way other than honesty. When I think about appreciation and how I had to learn what it meant, I think about the times when I was a teenager going to prison or cussing out my mom or my grandparents or fighting with anybody I could as a teenager because in their eyes, I was bad. In my eyes, I was misunderstood, mistreated, and mishandled. So there was no appreciation. And it wasn't until I went to prison that I realized I didn't know what the hell that word meant. And I didn't have any of it either, not even for myself. But I somehow could disassociate when it came to my grandparents, the ones that, in my eyes, pulled me from every bluff, every hard spot, every rock that I was stuck in, stuck under, about to heave over, jump on. They pulled me back, no matter if I was in the system or if I was breaking the law in some county or city or state. They always pulled me back. So I always had the utmost respect for them. But it wasn't until prison that I realized that respect and appreciation are not the same thing.
Hmm.
They kind of go together. They might even fit in the same glove if you force one of the gloves on top of each other. But for me, in my opinion, I would say that they're not the same thing. You can respect somebody and have loyalty to them, but not appreciate them, because on bad terms, you're not really showing much appreciation, right?
Hmm.
You're holding that loyalty. So in a form of a way, that's a form of an appreciation, but it's not actually putting your heart into it. It's not making yourself transparent or vulnerable to someone else's feelings and how they feel about you and how they see you. And I think that appreciation is something that we need to bring more into awareness for a lot of people. And I found that through every bad mistake I made, it was a way for me once I started learning how to give back, how to pay it forward. Once I died, and then I realized, wait a minute, I've got my life back. I'm out of prison. I've got my freedom back. I got divorced. I got my maiden name back, you know. There was things I started seeing along the way that I took for granted. When Ramon said his knee, I've busted my knee out and been in a full immobilizer for 9 months out of a year. I didn't show my knee no appreciation, and now it's showing me that it don't care either. So I get the blues every day because I didn't show my
Yeah.
knee any appreciation. But I think about the disabilities, the seizures, how I have to live my life now, and the things I have to change daily so that I can stretch and reach farther day in and day out and make it to the next day just to wake up hopefully deservingly and see the day through. What about you, Ramon?
No, I totally agree. It's appreciation. It's not the same as respect, but it's something totally different. It's you can still not show respect and appreciate something. When you appreciate something, you understand the value of it. You know how meaningful or how much of an impact it can have in your life, or you know in general. Um, but let me make a parenthesis here and say that my knee is fine now. You know what I did? I ate gelatin.
Uh-huh.
I sugar-free gelatin. It really helped me, and
Really?
thanks to the divinity, I'm fine now. But it was a process, you know. And in the same
Like
case,
regular Jello, Jello?
yeah, Jello.
Oh my God, there's got to be more to this story, and you're just gonna leave us hanging with Jello?
No, no, honestly, gelatin because it has collagen, so that helps with your joints.
Oh, I
It's
see. Like
it's
you're talking
it's
like it physically improved the body.
yes, yes,
Oh,
yes,
wow.
yeah,
Wow.
gelatin.
See, I
It
didn't
just
know that.
because,
Now I have
yeah.
appreciation for Jello. I just thought it was jiggling.
So did I. I never cared for
I thought it was the
Jello.
stuff they
I
gave me
never
after
cared.
another brain surgery and aneurysm. This is all you can have. I don't want
Yeah,
that, but
but
I
but
guess I understand.
try it, try it. It might help you or anyone who's listening. But um,
Absolutely.
you
Absolutely.
know, like in your case, what's funny is that we appreciate things when we don't have them,
Hmm.
or when we're
Hmm.
at a different
Hmm.
point in our lives and we look in hindsight. But and we tend to romanticize the past because we see it from a different
Hmm.
point of view. But we don't realize that today is the past of the future you. So enjoy this moment. Uh, just express yourself, talk to people around them, let them know that how much you appreciate them, and with your higher power, the fact that you have a house, you have people who support you. um, there's people in the community that we all come together. Just the small things, it's are worth appreciating.
Hmm. So hindsight is 2020. I have heard that my entire life. I am going to be 48 years old in 26 days. And I'm telling you, I still don't know if I understand what it means. If I'm being honest, like I've heard it as a child and then it didn't make sense to me then. And then when I think life brought it back around and said, well, let's try it again. And I don't know, maybe a teenager, maybe on my way to DOC, maybe on my way to give birth. I don't know. But I've never quite really grasped that. And I was raised that if you don't grasp it, it's not meant yet. So is
Hmm.
this one of them things that is like it has multiple meanings, or is this just one of them things you just don't get it until you get it?
I mean, it could be both, because sometimes
Oh,
we
interesting.
we the meaning our meaning of things, or how
Hmm.
we see
Hmm.
situations, people, etc., changes over time. As we gain knowledge and wisdom, we kind of like reevaluate um, things that are part of the past. There are some things that we might never get.
So it's really just as simple as seeing it for what it is. There's no hidden meaning to the hindsight's 2020. It's literally just the truth is right in front of your face.
I mean, the truth is depending on the eye of the beholder, right?
All right.
But
Well, yeah, this is true.
your truth is as valid as someone else's true. you
No,
know
100%.
you
100%.
might see it differently, you might appreciate it differently, but it's part of your experience of how you perceive it, how you interpret it, and how you internalize it in your life. And it doesn't make it any less valid than other people's you know
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with those too, Plucky. So when I was saying about how I didn't understand or know what any of that had, hey brother, had to do with when it came to appreciation, it wasn't until I was 17 and on my way to prison. I already had this was my fifth felony, y'all, not my first, my fifth. Now I'm going to prison and I'm gone. I'm gone for 10 years. That when they pulled them gates, shut them doors, and there was no phone, no food, no clothes, no nothing, no bed, no sheets, nothing but a trash bag. And that's all I had. I started thinking about, damn, I wish I had my slides. Wow, I'd really give anything for a pair of shorts that fit or something that was not polyester. Or I started looking at materialistic objects first
hmm
because I was missing them. I'm in prison, I'm cut off from society. I had to find a way to make myself see appreciation in people because I wasn't raised with it, or at least I didn't think I was. It wasn't until I got grown that I realized it was in there in the morals and values. I just overstepped it and didn't care about it because it wasn't something that I could use against people back then.
hmm
I now know it's not a weapon. It's something that's misunderstood, used a lot, but it's definitely not a weapon. So, yeah, I would say that the past becomes very clear when we go through something blindly or unexpected, for sure.
hmm yeah, definitely. And one of the best ways for us to be able to appreciate everything that's around us is, you know issues, everyday life, our 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 emotions. Most of the time they cloud a lot of things that surround us and that we should be grateful for.
Absolutely, I agree.
Meditation. Yeah, meditation is it's something that, 5 minutes, 10 minutes in bed on your way to work. Just try to disconnect yourself from the everyday situations, because you'll always have that. But
Mhm.
this is your moment to be able to appreciate all those things, all those peoples, all the time and place that you're in right now. And it's very healing, because you
Mm.
realize how doesn't matter if you're rich, you're poor, you're married, you're single. There is so much blessings that we all have. Sometimes we don't see it because we focus on the negative, but there is so much positivity and blessings from the universe, from a higher power
I'm
that.
telling you, I mean, nowadays to hear me talk, to talk about hope, to talk about understanding and forgiveness and believing in something, even without seeing it, and just knowing I emphatically believe it. Also knowing that, I died and I was completely brain dead and completely my heart had stopped. I was dead, not once, but twice. So I walked on that side. And that's when I got the 100% understanding of what appreciation looks like. And
Mhm,
here's how they showed it to me: someone picking a piece of fruit just because they can, someone picking up a piece of trash and throwing it away just because they can, because they want better, because they care. I saw constructive criticism and I was shown that that's appreciation. And I'm like, well, I don't get it. How? And they're like, because that person cares and wants you to do better. It's up to you to take that valuable knowledge and apply it, or you can take it just strict, mean criticism and not apply it, and your life will never grow because you can't be comfortable with change. So they showed me ways to see appreciation in ways I never dreamed it was even possible. So when I hear about like somebody saying arthritis is hurting today, my heart melts because some days I can't write. Some days I can't hold a cigarette. I can't hold a joint. I can't open anything. I can't stir anything. I can't shuffle a deck. Guys, I know you guys see me on here and I look like I'm just going, going, going. I'm highly medicated so that I can be on here because I
mhm,
have to show that I'm grateful for the life that I was given, the chance to come back, the chance to share things with you that could maybe, hopefully, help you bring back hope in your life because hope is a huge key to happiness. Because without one, usually the other isn't there. But, you know, if you still find hope, happiness in a dollar bill, you'll never understand what I just said. Nothing I just said will make sense to you.
yeah.
So
I
we have been running our mouths for 23
I know,
minutes,
right?
and I did not
Just
realize 23 minutes had gone by. So if you guys have questions about appreciation or about the little big things that you have re-noticed in your life or maybe unnoticed and you would like for us to take a look at it, go ahead and get those questions in there because we do not get Ramon all day long. He has a life, y'all, so we have to share him equally.
I'm off today. It's I actually my
So I
car
can
I
have you
had
all. No, I mean, I'm just
all day
I
and
can't
night.
do all myself.
All day and all night.
Hooey!
No, no, I have my car right now in around the corners. They're doing inspection and they're changing the oil and filter. So I'm kind
Oh,
of
well,
like
at least it's not
here,
like a Jiffy Lube and it's done in like 5 minutes because,
right?
we'd be in
Uh-huh.
trouble.
Yeah. I want to say that, if you ever get criticism, as long as it's done with respect, take it because
Absolutely.
the person is taking their time, their effort just to share with you.
Hmm.
You know, if they didn't care, they would be like, it's pointless. It's like, and
100%.
I sometimes I tell my friends, if I have a boogie on my nose, please tell me. I won't
I'm
be
the
offended that you
same
tell me.
way. I'll be like, look here, your
Don't
friend
leave
can't
me
go
like
inside.
that.
Get that, get that.
Yeah, don't leave me like that. I won't get
Look, I
offended.
got tissue on the bottom of my shoe. Tell me, damn it.
Yeah.
I thought you liked me.
S- So someone taking the time and just to share with you criticism, Not
Absolutely.
everybody are effective in communicating things. So don't take everything in the
100%.
wrong way, but
Absolutely.
just appreciate it for what it is.
Oh, most definitely. If you guys do not have like a direct question and you just would like for us to do a general on you on the subject, just put me in there if you do not have direct questions. But otherwise,
Hmm.
we're just going to keep running our mouths and telling stories about
I
ourselves.
know.
And you guys know how that goes. It could get lengthy.
Right. Well, some people might not know that we're both Geminis. Our birthday is this month, right?
I am a first Gemini and I have horns, as everybody knows, because my moon is a dark moon, otherwise known as a new moon, for those of you that don't
Mm-hmm.
understand the concept. So I am a Taurus moon and a Gemini. So yeah, I'm a Gemini with horns, and I ain't ashamed of it. I used to be, but I'm not anymore. What
Mm-hmm.
about you? May what?
Um, May 24. I'm a Gemini, ascendant in Gemini, but
You're a double
it's
Gemini?
funny. y- Yeah, I guess. Um,
Ooh.
but I have a lot of Gemini in my family too. My brother, the one who comes after me, he's a Gemini, and my youngest brother, he's an Aquarius, but also an air sign. But my
Okay.
grandmother was a Gemini. My cousin was like my sister. I don't have sisters, but she's like my sister, and she's a Gemini. And it's weird because every time, I don't know if it's the same experience with you, but every time you're around another Gemini, not even knowing, there's this weird energy that it's not. I don't know. It's not repellent or friendly. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's weird. You know.
So I'm gonna say this is how Cece. Okay, so my Gemini, her name is Cece, right? So yes, I am the Gemini that names my twin, and Cece can tell. She says that her twinning, she can feel like the twin energy, like just the fact that I'm feeling her uncomfortableness because she knows she's around another plane walker because we walk in two planes at all times being
Mm-hmm.
Geminis because there's two of us. There's one on this plane and then there's one walking somewhere else doing their own thing, and Lord who knows what or where they're at half the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say when I do come in the presence of a Gemini, usually Cece is like I can feel that. It's just like a
Mm-hmm.
feeling. It's an odd feeling. It's not like static or hunger pains. It doesn't hurt. It's
I
not
know what you
loopy.
mean.
Like it's just different. It's
It's
definitely
an
different. I agree.
intense energy. It's hard to describe.
Yes,
And
I
that's how I
agree.
felt when we did our first live, when we first started talking. I felt that energy without even knowing that you were a Gemini. So.
As much as I brag about it, because most people, we are the A1 stereotypical worst sign in the book. I mean, I'm so
Hmm.
used to all the cliches
Yeah.
that go with us.
Yeah. And
But
we have interest in a lot of things, like in our case, like, I love different divination tools. I love art. I love different forms of art, different types of food, like so many things that people sometimes feel that Gemini are inconsistent just
what's a
because their
food you're
interests.
appreciative of?
Well, I'm vegetarian, but
Okay,
I
still
love
food.
all different type of cuisines. I'm
Ooh.
willing to try, different flavors. I'm just open to everything, you know.
Okay,
Um,
so I'm not. I guess I'm the opposite.
mhm. Nothing
I
wrong with
do
that.
like organic food though. I like
Hmm.
it clean. I like it healthy. I like to
Yeah.
know that it wasn't raised in a slaughterhouse. It was raised on a pasture, whether it's a chicken, a cow, a pig, grazed, naturally
Hmm.
organic. I don't want
Range
all the
free,
chemicals
free
and
range.
hormones and, I don't want that in my body. but I had to learn the hard way due to like chemical body changes all the time because I've had 8 aneurysms, and with 8 aneurysms comes 8 different chemistries that my body's going to go through because it's going to change every single time because something up there is no longer there that used to be because it is ruptured. So damage was done and it had to be recreated in metal. So because of that, my chemistry keeps changing a lot. So I have found like my favorite food in the world used to be chicken, but now I'm allergic to fowl. Um, and I don't remember why, but it has something to do with like my third aneurysm. Something happened
Mm-hmm.
that changed the chemistry of allergies in my entire body. And like things I wasn't ever allergic to, I'm now crazy allergic to it, you know? So one food that I now appreciate is fowl. I occasionally will eat fowl. I used to love like pheasant and duck and turkey, but those are worse than chicken, so I leave them alone usually as far as I
Mm-hmm.
can, as much as I used to love them. But I appreciate fowl now, not because of the fact that it's still lovely and to me it tastes wonderful. It's the fact that I have to respect it so much more because of my body, and my
Mm-hmm.
body is showing me you don't need it anyway, you know?
Right.
So it's almost to where now I only eat just red meat or the occasional pork as long as I know that it's healthy or organic, you know, or clean. But I have a fond appreciation for food with allergies now that I didn't used to have. Um, I never took, or well, I guess I always took advantage of just eating whatever, you know, because I had rock gut, I guess, and I could just
Mm-hmm.
eat whatever I wanted, and you know, I had no uh, body reactions
Right.
from anything. And now, man, like the allergies, the stuff they put in it. So if it's organic, like I have a strong appreciation for it because somebody nurtured it I guess in my eyes, my opinion, but they nurtured it. They didn't just let it uh, be shot up with chemicals and hormones and
Mm-hmm.
steroids and you know all that stuff that they cram in food now. So
Yeah.
I
I
have
mean,
a high
it's
appreciation for food.
and it no, and it tastes different too because nowadays, if you compare the flavor of a tomato or an apple, an organic versus a regular one, like a lot of times the regular one looks like an apple, but it doesn't. It tastes like nothing. You know, it's just the
Yes,
appearance of the
yes.
apple, but it's like hollow in, I don't know, in flavor and spirit. I don't know. It's something that it's sort of like mass production of an
Yes,
apple.
yes, yes, yes.
You know,
Yes, yes.
and
So I don't know. Maybe just the word appreciation has stirred all kinds of emotions. Jane, I see your comment, and I'm glad that you recognize that. I'm telling you, the more foreign metal, whether it is medically acceptable by the body or not, the more metal we put or has to be put inside of us that is not organic. Sorry, it's metal. It's not
mm-hmm,
organic. Um, it changes us. I sit here some days and I literally, because half of my brain on the right side is metal and the other half, the left side, is pretty much organic with the occasional coil here and there. But everything, all my damage, pretty much the whole right side has been redone. So it's like I'm always sitting like on buffer, 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 buffer. So I found a way to appreciate words because sometimes I can't find them. I can't say them. Or the one I want, my brain is stuck on another one, and that's the only one I can get out. I can't get the one I want out. So I have learned appreciation in different ways other than people and materialistic things. I mean, like genuinely within my actual temple, my body, my what I need every day for whatever reason. Um, there's a way to see it if it's healthy, positive, and brings about change. My body seems and my mind accept it as appreciation. Like no matter what it is, I'm accepting it as something that I appreciate, that I value. I see appreciation as value, I guess. And
Hmm.
I'm not talking the dollar value. I mean like the undollar value of value.
Hmm.
And see, I'm brain's doing it again. I
I
know a
get
word.
it. I
I
get it.
don't
Don't
know a
worry.
word I'm looking for, but I
We
know
all
it's in
got
there.
it. We all got it.
Yes.
Yeah. Um,
But that's how it happens.
mhm. You know, it's interesting about the allergies. I think a lot of times we always had those allergies. You know, it's just that we had a stronger uh, biological defense. You know,
Mhm.
and as our life changes and we change in age, you know, some of those defenses are no longer as strong. So it
Yes.
manifests, you know,
Yeah.
much more. I've always been allergic to shellfish, you know.
Really?
Yeah, shrimp and all that. I mean, it's and I never
Wow.
liked it. Yeah, I've
I
been a
just started
vegetarian.
learning how to eat that stuff.
Really, I've been a vegetarian for 15 years, and
So as a
I just
vegetarian, you can't have that?
no. I mean, there's
Oh, what? I don't know the rules. I'm just asking.
no. I mean, I don't eat any animal, so I don't eat birds or fish or land animals,
Where do
pork,
you get
nothing
protein from, may I ask?
from beans. All vegetables
Beans?
have proteins. Yeah,
Oh,
beans.
wow. I
Quinoa
probably knew
has
that, but
quinoa
gone
has
with the wind.
proteins. Yeah, all types of vegetables have a certain level of protein, but the ones that are highly concentrated are beans and legumes. You know, like lentils, for example.
Oh,
Quinoa.
oh,
I love quinoa. Uh,
I don't know if I've ever heard of them. I like
yeah, yeah.
beans. I don't know if I've heard of that, but I like beans.
Lentils looks kind of like a pea, but it's flatter,
Yeah. Uh huh.
and it comes in different colors. You know, there's red lentils, there's black lentils, there's brown lentils, and I love them. Oh, I love lentils.
Maybe
But
I'm thinking of something else. What am I thinking of? See, okay. Anyway, brain has gone there on food. Now I'm hungry. Fast.
me too. I
I'm over here going,
appreciate lentils
Survey,
right
be
now.
quiet.
Yeah.
Harley, about the comment with the allergies, yes, I have. I'm allergic to the sun. I have
You know
developed
what's
photodermatitis due to the chemical changes that happens in my body. I have lupus, and so with the photodermatitis and then also the autoimmune of lupus, I get these nasty little blisters that show up, and you guys keep seeing me running around here wrapped up because I don't want to show all the blisters off because I don't want people thinking, "Hey, what she got?" Because I have to walk past people that say that already, and they shun and they're like, "Ew, what she got?" Lupus, and it's not contagious, but don't worry about it. So, but people really judge you by what they see on your skin, on your face, my grill. Medically, it's happened. I've had to learn to appreciate a smile, even though I didn't. I don't have medically. I don't have my fronts because of lockjaw and aneurysms. So I've had to learn to appreciate a smile, to not hide it, to not be embarrassed, not be ashamed. So, guys, appreciation comes in every shape, form, and formula you can almost think of. I would think at least the world has shown it to me that way. Again, guys, we are doing reads. We do have open. We got decks and stuff out here. If y'all want
yeah,
reads,
yeah. Let's pull a card and talk about it.
sure,
Um,
take over.
do you, um, I'm actually trying to look for the box. I have this deck, believe it or not, that I bought. It's the I bought a five and below. Can you believe that? They have like little sections
Huh?
of like metaphysical with like
Huh?
incense and stuff. And I was like shopping there one day looking for this book. Actually, this is an amazing book. It's called The Angel Numbers Book. And I use this for bibliomancy. So what I do is I have three dice, as you can see it,
Uh
three
huh.
dice, and it has like a message from 001 to 999. So I toss the dice, and you know I get a message from it. So one
Okay.
day I was looking for a copy for a friend, and I found this oracle deck. Actually, I found the box. It's here. It's this one. It's called Oracle Cards. 54 Oracle Cards.
Oh
And I was like,
wow.
okay,
Okay.
let's see. It's just like $3 or $4. but I actually like it. The messages are beautiful.
Oh
Look at
yeah.
the back is
Ooh,
really nice,
that's
and the
beautiful.
messages they're very interesting. And I'm gonna pull a card, and the first card I pulled is called "Beauty is All Around You."
Mm,
And if you think about it, beauty is, first of all, our perception of beauty is different. It doesn't have to be physical beauty, but
mm-hmm.
animals,
Yeah.
words, energy. It's all around
Ooh.
us.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes what we might not consider something beautiful, it might be for someone else, you know. But we all are surrounded by beauty, you know. And it's not something that comes from the eyes. It's also in the soul.
Felt.
So
Yep.
this is an opportunity to just life itself, just the fact that you're here right now,
That's
that
Thomas.
you know you're
That's
in
not
this
me, y'all. That's Thomas.
you're in
Man
this
behind the
moment
player.
of yeah, in this moment of time here right now, us interacting, it is a beautiful thing because we learn from each other, we share our energy, and it's just so much around us that we don't understand it or appreciate it sometimes. But, just be aware that everything around us has a level of beauty in it. Yeah. So,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hi, Carl. And hello to everybody we missed. You guys know we've been running our mouth, but we're here. And if you guys want to read, you've got 19 minutes. So let's get some me's
do we?
going and let's get some reads going, guys. We're going to pull a card for the collective and then we're going to start rocking and rolling.
All right. Do
Oh,
you want to pull a
that one
card,
went
Hershey?
flying. You're kidding me.
If you're not ready, I'll pull another card.
Well, I mean, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, no, no. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, I got communication. This card is about understanding life through the eyes of a daffodil. Divine trumpet creates connection to the spirit guides, the teachers, the humans, the enhancers, and those with and without the abilities to hear and speak and see into the spirit world. Angelite is the stone that I would recommend when you want to practice strong communication, especially with humans. More importantly, if you want to work with your guides and your teachers without communication practice, your speaking skills with them may be difficult. They may speak in spiritual realm languages that you're not aware of or able to understand. So do everything you can to strengthen your communication with humans, guides, teachers, and those that want us to change in a healthy way. Communication was the card I picked.
And that's beautiful. And it's so important, communication is just not uttering words, but what you say in them, the energy that comes. It's just a vehicle for ideas, energy, and it has such a big impact in people around us, in ourselves. Sometimes someone might be going through a problem, and just by sharing it with someone, communicating it, they it's a healing process because they get to listen to themselves, how they are internalizing these issues. A kind word uh, to someone around us, just that small little sentence can make a difference in someone's life.
Mm.
All right. Do you have any questions, or if not, I'll pull another card.
No, you go ahead and do yours, and then we will. We've got a couple of stars, and think we're going to go ahead and do last call right now, man behind the stage, with what we've got. We've got several starred.
All right. The next card that I pull is called, it says, Your energy is sacred.
Hmm.
Just understand that everything that you put out there with intent, with positive intent, is something, it is sacred. We all have a little bit of the divine in all of us, you know, and that essence of who we are is something that we, with our words, like with the previous card, it's what we project, our smile, not even verbal most of the time, but it does have an influence in everyone around us. And what this card says is an invitation for you to evaluate that your energy, who you are, it is sacred. There's not two of you, and that's why it's very important for us to have some type of I don't know, the spiritual framework, trust in the divine, because that amplifies all that positivity that, we have. You
Hmm.
don't even have to follow religion, just nurturing that part of us that we all have, this our spirituality, it makes a difference in being able to sharing it and have a positive impact. So you are sacred. Your energy is sacred.
Hmm. I love it. I love it. All righty. Harley. Harley. Harley, make sure you guys are here and present because you guys know I will not read for you if you are not here after you ask for the me. So make sure that you are present. Harley, are you here, sweetie? After Harley, it will say my name, you guys, but it's Thomas. And after Harley is Thomas. All right, Harley, let's rock. I've got a beautiful card for you that shows your appreciation, and it is. If you got yours, you can go.
Yeah. Let me see.
Hmm.
All right. So I pulled this card and it says, "The peace I seek resides within me." You know, Sometimes we find that safe place in things that really do not offer that. We find it in some people in substances, some people with compulsive shopping. There's so many ways that we try to find that sense of peace, but it resides in all of us. It all starts in here, and it's a matter of us shifting our mentality and understand that there is no problem that lasts forever. Not
Mm.
even us. This society. This is all going to disappear someday. You know, Life will evolve. Earth will evolve, and these problems sooner or later are gonna go. But the moment to like find your center is right now, and it comes from inside. Your perspective has a big influence in how you address your life and your situations around us. So keep that in mind. Peace is nowhere, but it starts and it resides within you. That's what I
Mm.
have for you.
Wow, that's wonderful, Harley. So, what I looked at when I asked, where were you at with your acceptance of yourself? I got literally self acceptance. I literally got self acceptance. There is something that is no longer blocked within you, and you literally have found something so much more valuable than what you are allowing to be blocked. So, whatever it is that you are self appreciating about yourself, absolutely hold on to it, honey, because you cannot go wrong when you are making sure that this isn't taking from this. Harley, you're in a good spot, and it looks like you're in a good place for appreciation right now. It's what I got for you, sweetie.
Totally. Totally. That was awesome.
Brother Thomas, where'd you go? Where'd you go, Brother Thomas? Did you take your star down, Brother Thomas? Okay, well, we'll jump right into Fatima then. Fatima. I
Fatima.
get those confused every single time. Fatima and Fatima.
I know.
Fatima.
I heard it pronounced both ways.
Yes. Well, my
Um,
nieces went to Fatima High School, so it's
hmm
like, but it's not that though. I don't think the
yeah.
name is pronounced the same.
hmm All right. So the card I pulled for you says, "I am a miracle. You are a miracle. We are a miracle." Just for us being here to be able to wake up every day, we are a miracle. So many things that could come to us and we're still standing. Painful situations are hard mends and we move on. Just the fact that you are here, it is a miracle. If we think about it, all everyone who's alive right now that you know has some type of European ancestor is is a miracle. I mean, just making an example. Early Middle Ages, we had the Black Death, and that wiped 2/3 of the population in Europe. The people, their descendants, a lot of people who are descendants from those Europeans are a miracle. Without one of them, we wouldn't be here. I include myself because I had Spaniards ancestors, and all of us, But every day is a miracle too. That we're able to wake up, that we're able to love, that we're able to talk, to be able to share our emotions. Um, it is a miracle. So you are one, you are unique, and you are a miracle. And you will be continuing to be a miracle every day. What you want to do, just share that positivity, that marvelous person that you are, and replicate that miracle. Miracle is all around us. Just this earth being able to contain life and us being able to thrive is a miracle. So see yourself as that every day. That's what I have for you.
Man, wow. I actually have to say that there is something really big going on because I asked what your challenge was and I didn't get one. Look, the bigger picture, you already got it. You got the bigger picture. You understand where you're at, what appreciation comes from, where it stems from your roots, and you use it as power. You don't play around with it, and you definitely don't take advantage of it. So keep on fighting the good fight. It is not easy to stand in those kind of places all the times because there's not many people that are going to be willing to support you when you are standing within your own big picture and within your own power. So your appreciation is felt, acknowledged, and you also respect it. And that's what I've got for you, sweetie.
All right.
Vivian, you're fine, sweetheart. You're fine. You're fine. I don't know where Brother Thomas went, but I guess he didn't want no more. So lucky. Lucky, lucky, lucky. You're very welcome. Thomas traded out for Vivian. Got it.
All right. Who's next? Plucky. Okay. I'll
Plucky.
pull a card. All right. So this card, what it says is, let go of things that no longer serve you. And this is such a universal truth. We make There's a lot of things in our lives that make space, and that we have no use for it. And what we want to do is try to close loops in our life. We have so many things always that are they're open loops. They're pending. They have no use. They're just taking space. Like in our phone, most of the time we have photos that they're just taking space. It's pointless to have them. Images, in our computers. Let go of those things that are taking space, that are taking not only space in your surrounding, but also in your mind, in your soul, that no longer serves you. Cut them. Sometimes that process is painful, but it's necessary, and it's such a universal truth, and we hear it so many times to the point that it becomes sometimes like a cliche, but it's such a reality. Clear your path, your life from all those things, that have no resonance with you, and move on, because there's so many other wonderful things waiting for you. And that's what I have for you.
Hi, Plucky. So I I've done so many gorgeous metas and shadows that when I see these two cards pop out together, especially when it's coming from one a challenge deck for appreciations and the little things, and the other one is a shadow check. And all I can tell you is that your inspiration is a metamorphosis that is inspiring to all, right? Not just yourself. You allow yourself to teach people how to cocoon themselves. You inspire them. You show them direction. You show them how to do it. You show them. They have to find their own way, but you show them how to do it properly. When it comes to metamorphosis, when it comes to that form of change, we have to put limitations on us, right? We have to limit our food intake, our water intake, our this intake, our that intake, so that we can cocoon, so that we can fast, or we can do what is needed for the benefit, right? We have to subtract in order to gain sometimes. And you find those in your pact and outside, and you make sure that inspiration is the name of your game, and metamorphosis is how you teach them to change their game by showing them that you yourself practice what you preach. So, absolutely keep going, keep showing those gratitudes and appreciations, because you are inspiring more than maybe you're even aware of. And that's the message I got for you.
That was awesome.
Okay, we have five left. Are you okay on time? We at 57
Yeah.
minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Fogo. Fogo, 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 Fogo. Fogo says, I know you just did a reading for me, but me. Is there anything I need to watch for at my party on Saturday? So let's see, how can we turn that into appreciation for Saturday? Let's see what we get.
Do you want to see what I pulled for?
Yeah, actually, I do.
You know the answer already.
And look, and I got cycles.
So like, yeah, going back to the same point that you were at, you know already what you need to take care of. Um, so what I get from this is you taking care of all the details already. You're a wise person, and I'm sure you've seen all the angles. And sometimes we get nervous. We want another point of view to be able to see our situation and see if we miss something. But what the message I'm getting is that you got all the angles covered already. So that's what I have for you.
And I got cycles. It literally just jumped right out. So, and I pulled another one, a challenge. Divine love may be tested on Saturday or showing up for you during these cycles. So pay very close attention and do not let anybody see you sweat unless it's hot. And definitely don't let anybody take you out of your box. Stay in your set in your mind frame, and just know that you will either be challenged or they're coming to play Captain, you know who, as I like to say, Captain Sabo. But we're doing appreciation, so we're not going to call it that. We're going to say that you will have help on the way if needed, but you're definitely going to have some cycles and some change coming in
Hmm.
for yourself.
Yeah,
Good
and from
luck. You
here,
will make it through it. I promise. It's not
yeah,
forever. It's short time.
you'll be fine, and we're sending you positive vibes and blessings
Most
for that.
indubitably. Absolutely. Aaron, you are up, sweetie. Aaron.
I mean, oh,
You're very welcome. You're very welcome, guys.
actually, two popped out.
Ooh.
So yeah, um, the first one says the universe has a plan for me. And this doesn't mean that there is predetermination of things. I don't believe in that. I don't believe that everything is already written for you. But it's our destiny, our path changes with each one of our choices, our decisions. But this is what it's telling me, is that the universe is helping clear paths for you to be able to get to that place that you want to, in a much better way, in a much more peaceful way. And the second card that I pulled says angels are all around you, energizing your soul.
Hmm.
Just
Wow.
know that you have support from the divine realm, from your spiritual guides. In this sense, they're clearing paths for you, and you will get there, uh, through divine intervention and also through your will. It doesn't all come from the universe. Also, your
Mhm.
will, your intentions, the belief in yourself has a big impact for you to be able to get to that place of fulfillment that you're trying to go to. That's what I have for you.
Wow. I'm piggybacking. All I can tell you is something within grief is healing. You have found a way to activate something, right? You have activation coming in on something that is needing movement. I asked, what was the movement? Grief. You are moving grief and you are transmuting transpersonal pain into something other than pain, honey. Grief is a normal thing. Crying, grieving, being sad, being hurt, being mad, all of that is a form of loss, right? We lost something, we grieve it. Sometimes we don't grieve things healthfully, health, health, in a good way. We don't grieve it in a good way. Sorry, lost my word. But you have found a way to take transpersonal pain and transmute it with activation so that you can grow better, differently, taller. Maybe you want to reach a new height, but you know you can't get there if you're holding on to grief. So you're going to be absolutely letting go of it and activating it as something completely different. And you are the only one that's able to do this for you. So, congratulations and kudos. This is not an easy step that we as human beings learn how to do in sometimes even a timely manner. So, kudos. That's what I got for you, sweetie.
Yeah, and of course, honor the process too. Honor your feelings. We have to honor our stupidity, our those moments that we get to, that place that we want to. Every part of the process, our pain is valuable. Just honor everything that you feel that you are, because it definitely, it's these are processes of us to be able to learn and grow. Pain is
Mm.
one of them. Just honor the process, because we always get so much from it. you know if Just imagine if we were happy all our lives, and that we had nothing to that we need, that's painful for us. We will be static. It's those processes that keeps us moving and seeing life differently. um a lot of times we all complain that I don't have this in my life, I wish I had that. But there's so much more that we have, and sometimes those feelings are what gives us the will to try to move forward, to better ourselves, to appreciate life and everything around us.
One second. Sorry. I have to go back and grab the one I just had put up. There it goes. That way we know who we are reading on because my brain doesn't retain information like that. Okay, Sharon. Aaron, you're very welcome. And I think it was somebody just said, thank you, Ramon. I'm thrilled to have my first reading from you.
Really? I'm honored. I'm honored. And there'll be more.
Absolutely. Stick around. Sharon, Sharon, Sharon. Are you still here, sweetie? Yes.
Sharon here? Okay.
Yes.
So the card I pulled for you says, today is a sacred gift from the universe. Every day that we wake up from that bed, it's a gift. You know, um, it's an opportunity to be able to learn, to grow, to it's an opportunity for us to tell those people around us how much we love them. You know, not only it's, today being a sacred gift for you, but also for all those around you is another opportunity for you to be able to tell them how much you appreciate it. How it's another opportunity to be able to mend those mistakes that we do in life. Every day is a new day, a new opportunity, and a moment, and it's a path for us to be able to channel all those emotions and those things that we definitely need to bring out. So just when you get out of bed, don't think I don't know if you work, but um, don't be just clouded by the routine. Just understand that every day is a moment for you to be alive, to grow, and to love. That's what I have for you.
Mhm. Wow, I love that. Sharon, well, you know, the Irish in me just loves reading for you, and I don't know if it's Irish or not, but my grandmother was Irish, and she used to have these little cute little sayings, and she used to say them, and she used to rave about, you know, all the gorgeous mythical creatures and all the fun stuff that was over there. And she used to brag about how she would have never learned to heal herself if it wasn't for those Irish roots, right? With me saying that, you got my grandmother's card, Heal Thyself. She's sitting there in a gorgeous brook, playing with fairies and whatnots, and just enjoying herself in a way that she can't put into words. Because when we're healing something that we can't find the words for, sometimes we're the wrong element ourselves, and we have to go get in a different element to neutralize us, balance us, bring us down, lift us up. There's also something in it that's making you want to fight for something, right? This flight is what you freed yourself from so that you can fight for this kind of healing, right? So you freed yourself with flight from something that was holding you down and holding you back so that you could find your ground to fight to heal again. So you did find appreciation, if nothing more than just to heal something, no matter how many days, decades, or whatever the age of it is that it happened, you found a way to fight back, get away from that, and definitely start healing, even if you had to go out of your element to do it. So, kudos again. Congratulations for finding, holding, and giving yourself some appreciation.
Definitely. And healing is a process, and
It's a
every day,
huge process. It
yeah,
is
like
not
like
small.
the card you got, every day is a sacred gift from the universe. It's
You better
every day is
believe
an
it.
opportunity to heal and to get better and to get stronger. So
Absolutely. I love it. Carl, you are up. It says, when I'm moving out on May 9th, we'll be moving to a better place. I still don't know as I'm yet to get funds.
let's see. Are you moving to a better
I'm,
place?
okay. All right. I got this. I got this. Switch.
So the card that I got says embrace change. So this is what it's saying is whatever place you get, it's going to be your place. It is going to be a process. It might be or it might not be what you're expecting. Sometimes we set ourselves as expectations that of things that we want to get that might not be the what's the best for us. Whatever comes your way, receive it as a blessing, as an opportunity that's coming from you. If it's something that down the road doesn't serve you, you can cut it off, but embrace the change. Don't be scared of it because that's what's going to make you stronger and being able to put yourself out there to go for something better. That's what I have for you.
So basically, I asked what's coming in on the right for you to gain from. The gain is completely up to you where you place it and how you put it in your life. That's not my call or anyone else's to make, but yours. On your right, you have something that is keeping you heavily distracted, and the universe is trying to bring something to your awareness, right? I feel like this distraction has something to do with you wanting to be invited to something and it's not happening. And because you're not being invited to something, there is a huge distraction going on, and the universe is trying to show you that you are distracted, like you yourself are distracting yourself. It's not that you're distracted because you're getting the outfit picked out or your shoes picked out. You're distracted by something that you have no control over, right? You literally, it doesn't apply to your life or you have no control over it whatsoever. I literally just learned this lesson like 3 days ago, and it was so hard for me, and I cried. I cried for hours because I was so hurt and I was so mad. But what I can tell you is that I had to find a way to bring me back to it. So whatever this is that you're allowing yourself to be distracted by, the universe is absolutely trying to bring that distraction to your forefront so that either it can be removed, addressed, or simply not necessarily like you shoo a child off or you get rid of an annoying bug, but sometimes we are that annoying bug to ourselves and we don't let ourselves go, right? So absolutely pay attention to the awareness that is coming in for you about a distraction that I feel like you could be doing to yourself, whether it's financial or not. I didn't see that, but on your left I did see temperance and queen bee. Queen Bee does not play about her kingdom. And if it's meant for you, she wants you to know that the universe has your back in abundance and it will happen, but you can't keep pulling it back once you ask for help or once you ask for somebody to take the load. And then when you take back the weight that you ask somebody to help you carry, they don't come back and help you no more. So you need to find some temperance somewhere. You need to find some temperance somewhere within yourself. Balance is not easy, obviously, but they paired it with a queen. A queen runs a kingdom. A queen don't play with people. A queen has what she needs because she believes in something emphatically and it believes back in her. So on your left, you have dreams, expectations, and you do have something really positive that wants to support you once you get into the balance that you need once you pull yourself from whatever it is that's coming in on the right that is distracting you. And that's what I've got for you, sweetie.
Yeah. Sometimes distractions, the universe puts it in front of us for us to get to the point of being annoyed, as right there in your face telling you this is the moment for you to address this situation. You either move it or just sink in it. But, this is the opportunity for you to be able to pass that distraction and move forward to something new.
Carl, I meant no offense by that. It's just how I read, sweetie.
Yeah.
I'm a subconscious reader, and I repeat what I hear. I hope I did not offend you in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Vivian, you are up, love. And I hope you guys are got links and everything you need. If you need links, hit those mods up. It is our birthday month. Hey, hey.
Hmm.
Birthday, birthday.
All right. Uh, Viviani's next, right? So I pulled
Viviani,
this
yes.
card, which I actually find it really beautiful. This is the first time using this deck. Um, and the the messages are so beautiful. So this one says, just like the moon, I will go through phases. And you're going through a phase right now, Viviani. You're with your channel, yet like you are at that beautiful point that you're sharing your spirituality, messages from the divine, and not in the sense of just the channel, but in your whole life. You know, you will go through changes, and that is what brings us to different places in our life. Embrace all those changes, embrace all those phases, because there's always something beautiful behind it. And, you know, don't get stuck in, in the distraction of sometimes focusing in the negative, of things that are just taking space that don't matter. Just embrace the change, welcome the next phase, and this will continue through the rest of your life. But in each one of these cycles, of these phases, you will continue to grow. And the universe is right there behind you to support you. And that's what I have for you.
Wow. I think that our decks really paired well together because
Yeah.
all I can tell you, Viviani, you know I love you, baby. I want you to see this gorgeous picture. It's called Relief. Do you see this? I hope it's coming in clearly. Do
It's
you see
beautiful.
this scary, nasty castle that's back here in the back? It's dark, it's dingy, but she's full of beautiful purples and lilacs. She's got these gorgeous flowers that she's seeding, and they're flying off into the fields, and she's getting lighter and brighter. She is feeling relief, right? She is moving from the dark, dank castle that's draining her, and she has found some way to make awareness her number one priority. Because without the awareness, she was in a darker place than she wanted to be, that relief wouldn't be coming. So make sure that you give your passions and your awareness every bit of the energy that is needed, because without you putting you first and letting others down easily, you will not find the relief you need. It's not easy for us to choose us over those that we love. But if we are constantly always choosing them, there won't be any of us when we need us the most. That's the message I've got for you, Viviani.
Beautiful. And just like with the moon goes through bright and dark phases. You know,
Yes,
we will
yes, it
go
does.
through that. You will go through that your whole life. Just embrace the change and know that the next phase is going to be a different one that's going to bring change and growth.
I love it. Thank you so very much, everybody, for your beautiful participation. This was a great read. Ramon, what do you got coming up this week or weekend?
This week I don't have any more live scheduled. Next week I'm gonna be with Jonathan on, I think it's on Thursday, and that same week, I think that's Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. And on Saturday next week, I'm gonna be with Ginger Faye. We're gonna be doing a paranormal show, really interesting
Ooh,
case.
ooh.
And then I have different lives that I got invited to all the way through the end of the month. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
Well, it is our birthday, so I hope I
I
get back
know.
to get you back at least one more time, so that
Mm-hmm.
we can both have a celebration. We can do some kind of birthday celebration somewhere between the 24th and the 27th. We'll do
Uh-huh.
something in the middle there
Oh
if
yeah,
you
I'll
want.
love that.
If you want,
I will
we'll do
love
some
that.
birthday celebrations. For me, tomorrow I have my first doctor's appointment here in Houston. You guys know I'm just getting here. I'm getting situated. I'm still very aggravated because I haven't figured out how certain systems work, but I will get it. But tomorrow's my first doctor's appointment. Um, Friday, I have nothing, and Saturday, I have nothing. So I am free until meta messages. So I am going to unplug this weekend and I'm just going to relax, but I am always available and I'm only a phone call away if anybody needs me.
Beautiful. Um, yeah, so talking of appreciation, I just want to say here and publicly, it doesn't matter. I appreciate you, Hershey. You know, this is our second show together, and I just wanted to say, did I freeze?
Yeah, you're froze.
Oh no! Right on the
But
moment
I
that I
can hear
was.
you, so it's okay. Keep talking.
Let I don't want to end like this. Let me change the signal, and I'll be back in a
Absolutely.
second.
Absolutely. As we wait patiently.
Hmm.
I do need a little bit of a break. I have been going hard since I got here, guys, and I think this weekend, I think I'm just gonna go to the doctor's tomorrow. I'm gonna make the best out of it, and I'm just gonna unplug this weekend. I can't go swimming yet because it ain't time. They don't let us swim till after my birthday. But unless I can get to the ocean, ooh, maybe then I could swim. I'll figure it out. Wouldn't that be cool to have a swimming party on my birthday? Y'all, I'm just recklessly running off, waiting on Ramon. But he shall be right back. Oh, you guys, welcome. You guys, I literally couldn't get through some of my days without you guys. I hope you guys know that. When we talk about appreciation, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I just want you guys to know that every single one of you that have came into my life, subscribed to my channels, and just reached out or just in chat, just have something flip mouth, smart mouth, funny, stoner, drunk. I don't care. Loving, hurtful, constructive. I appreciate all of it. We are all humans. We are all trying to get somewhere similar the best way we know how. So I hope that we all find appreciation for each other.
I'm back.
I don't know if Ian's comment
Definitely.
popped up, but
I, yeah. I just wanted to say, I appreciate the community. Appreciate all you taking your time for being here, your support to each one of our channels. And Hershey, this is the second time sharing with you, and it's not going to be the last one. But I wanted to say that I appreciate you, what you do for the community, your messages, and I don't know you in person, but I wanted to say that I love you. I do love you. I feel a beautiful connection with you,
oh
and I'm
god.
sending you positivity, love, and best wishes.
Oh my
I
god,
don't
where's
have
my
to know you
tissue?
to share love with
Oh,
you.
oh my goodness, y'all. Y'all gotta go. We gotta talk backstage. No, I love you too, Ramon. Ever since I met you on oh my god, which live was that? And I just literally I didn't fall in love, but I was like, oh my god, like there's like a connection. Like I've got Spanish in me, but I don't know anything about it. I don't know how it goes, and I've got like
Hmm.
these connections and these feelings like my Gemini felt, and I was just like, that's weird. I've never felt that like on camera screen. I felt that in person, being around another Gemini, but when you spoke on it, I was like, oh my god, I felt that shit too. So. Ramon, you are always building, you are always crafting, and you are sharing all of you with all of us, and I am grateful that your busy schedule allowed for there to be a little bit of a breeze and for you to be able to fly in, spend time with us, and talk about something that you and I deeply feel strongly about. And I
Definitely.
appreciate you and I love you too.
Thank you very much. And I love you all. And I send you all blessings and positive vibes. Thank you for
Always.
coming.
Absolutely. Make sure you do all the YouTube things. We love you and we will see you next time. So peace out, stay lifted, stay blessed, and until bye. Bye bye. Not until bye. That doesn't make sense.
Bye.